Los Angeles has always been a city of contradictions. For every dreamer who arrives expecting instant fame, there are countless others who discover the truth. This city demands sacrifice. It strips away illusions and leaves only those who endure the chaos of freeways, the loneliness of sprawling neighborhoods, and the relentless pace of ambition. Survival here requires resilience, but for those who persist, opportunities reveal themselves. Photography has long been my way of processing this relationship. Los Angeles is a place of light and shadow, beauty and grit, and to capture it requires a camera capable of handling that complexity. Recently, that camera has been the Hasselblad X2D II, a machine that mirrors the city's duality. It is beautiful, inspiring, and powerful, yet it also comes with frustrations that remind me of Los Angeles itself. Design and first impression, the X2D II feels like a statement. Machined from a single block of metal, it has an aura of precision and permanence. And like cameras that feel disposable after a few years, this one gives the impression that it could last decades if cared for. Compared to the original X2D, the new model carries a more modern presence. The older black body with white lettering looked professional, but the stealth gray finish with black lettering of the X2D II feels both rugged and refined. A tool built for creators who want beauty in the object as well as in the images it produces. The grip is firm, the weight reassuring, and the texture of the surface adds to the experience. Even before powering it on, the X2D II tells you this is a photographer's system, built not to dazzle with endless features but to serve the craft with clarity. The leap to continuous autofocus for medium format cameras, autofocus has often been the Achilles heel. Accuracy was fine for still portraits, but the moment you asked the camera to track a moving subject, frustration followed. The X2D II breaks that tradition with its LiDAR-powered continuous autofocus system. From the first test, the difference is striking. Where many systems drift or lose their subject mid-movement, the X2D II holds focus with surprising confidence. It tracks a model walking across the frame, locks onto the eye of a pet in dim light, and follows subjects even under colored or uneven lighting. Whether it is the beams of LiDAR guiding it in low light or simply improved algorithms, the result is the same: sticky, reliable focus that allows photographers to concentrate on composition rather than worrying about technical failures. This single improvement changes how the camera can be used. Fashion and commercial shoots, where precision and speed matter, suddenly become viable on medium format. The combination of 100 megapixels and dependable tracking means images can be cropped, retouched, and adapted endlessly without sacrificing quality. Clients love the flexibility, and for photographers, it means one camera can serve both artistic and professional demands. Usability and ergonomics. X2D II refines control in ways that make daily use smoother. A new joystick sits on the back of the body, giving quick access to moving the focus point. Dials double as custom buttons, so the rear dial can zoom for manual focus while the front dial toggles crop modes. These shortcuts save time and keep you immersed in the moment rather than scrolling through menus. The rear screen also benefits from redesign. Where the first version could tilt only upward, the new screen tilts higher, angles downward slightly, and even pivots upward more flexibly. This matters when shooting from low or high angles, where awkward body positioning previously limited creative choices. It is not a fully articulating screen, but it provides more freedom without compromising the clean design of the body. Stabilization and HDR. 10 stops of in-body image stabilization is another headline addition. For a sensor that large and files that detailed, the benefit cannot be overstated. Handheld shooting with a 100 megapixel medium format camera once seemed risky, but with this stabilization, it becomes practical. Walking through Los Angeles streets at dusk or shooting handheld in natural light becomes achievable without relying heavily on tripods. Alongside stabilization, Hasselblad has invested in HDR capabilities. The upgraded screen and internal processing allow true HDR imaging, viewable directly in camera and carried through their software ecosystem. While HDR is not part of my personal workflow, for those who value it, the X2D II delivers future-ready tools. I still prefer RAW, where full control during editing remains possible, but it is clear Hasselblad wants to push boundaries beyond traditional workflows. The lens, 35 to 100 mm f/.8 for a camera, is only as good as the lens attached to it. The 35 to 100 mm f/.8-3 series lens paired with the X2D II is one of the strongest performers in Hasselblad's lineup. In full-frame terms, it covers roughly 28 mm to 75 mm, a versatile range for portraits, fashion, and general commercial work. Image quality is impeccable. Sharpness is consistent from edge to edge, contrast is strong, and colors are rendered with the subtlety and richness that Hasselblad is known for. The bokeh is smooth, though less characterful than some vintage lenses. On cameras like the 55 volts, there is a swirl or organic feel that adds artistic charm. Here, the rendering is cleaner, more clinical, perfect for clients who demand precision, but perhaps less romantic for personal work. The lens accepts 86 mm filters, which means it integrates well with high-quality third-party accessories. For outdoor shoots or commercial work requiring neutral density or polarizing filters, compatibility is crucial, and Hasselblad has made sure professionals can adapt easily. To significant drawbacks for all its strengths, the X2D II carries two major flaws. The first is file size. Each RAW file is roughly 200 megabytes. While this makes sense for a 100 megapixel sensor, the absence of compression options is disappointing. Many systems offer lossless or reduced resolution or AWS, giving photographers flexibility. Hasselblad forces full resolution every time. For high-stakes jobs, this is acceptable, but it discourages casual use. Carrying the camera on a hike or spontaneous outing becomes less appealing when every shot devours storage. I find myself saving it for commercial assignments or personal projects that demand its maximum quality, rather than reaching for it as an everyday companion. The second flaw is software support. Capture One, the standard for tethering and color-critical editing, does not support Hasselblad files. This exclusion limits professional workflows, especially in fashion or studio settings where Capture One dominates. Hasselblad's own focus software exists, but it feels unintuitive and overly complex. The mobile app is excellent, especially on iPad, but the desktop experience lags behind. For now, Lightroom remains my solution, but the lack of Capture One compatibility leaves a noticeable gap. Value and positioning. Despite these frustrations, Hasselblad has surprised many by lowering the price of the X2D II. At approximately $7,500, it is still a premium investment, but it represents stronger value than the original model. For professionals, the return is clear: unmatched image quality, reliable autofocus, and the prestige of delivering work captured on medium format. For hobbyists, the decision is more emotional. If the camera inspires and pushes you to create, its value extends beyond the price tag. The X2D II is not designed to compete with hybrid cameras that balance photo and video. It does not attempt to please everyone. Instead, it doubles down on being a true photographer's camera. This focus may alienate some, but for those who appreciate the craft, it is liberating. The parallel with Los Angeles in many ways. The X2D II mirrors my relationship with Los Angeles. Both are inspiring and frustrating, beautiful and flawed. The city dazzles with sunsets over the Pacific, yet tests patience with endless traffic. The camera delivers breathtaking files and sticky autofocus, yet burdens with enormous file sizes and software limitations. Still, I keep returning to both. Los Angeles challenges me to adapt, to persist, and to create. The X2D II does the same. It forces me to slow down, to consider each shot carefully, to respect the weight of 100 megapixels. In a world obsessed with speed and excess, this deliberate process feels grounding. There are two kinds of people in Los Angeles. One type enters a room expecting instant recognition. The other quietly avoids that arrogance, letting their work speak for them. I prefer the second type, and the X2D II embodies that same philosophy. It does not shout with endless features or gimmicks. It simply delivers the highest possible quality for those who know how to use it. The Hasselblad X2D II is not perfect. Its file sizes are impractical for casual use, and the lack of Capture One support limits its role in certain professional environments. But these issues are outweighed by its strengths. Continuous autofocus finally makes medium format practical for dynamic work. 10 stops of stabilization redefine what handheld shooting can achieve. The design, lenses, and image quality remain among the finest available today. Much like Los Angeles, the X2D II can be difficult, even unforgiving. But for those willing to embrace its challenges, it offers rewards that few others can match. It is a workhorse wrapped in elegance, a camera that inspires by demanding more of you. And just as I continue to find myself drawn back to Los Angeles despite its flaws, I know the X2D II will remain a tool I return to whenever I want to create images that truly matter.